दूरी न तेरे तन्हा रहे दिल, आदत नहीं है, आदत नहीं है, पलकों पे तुझको बांधो रखे यूं, इबादत यही है, इबादत यही है, शाम सुबह है, तेरी गली में भागे दिल रो रहा, ये आलम क्या हुआ, चन्ना मेरे या मेरे या, चन्ना मेरे या मेरे या, चन्ना मेरे या मेरे या भैया, ओ चन्ना मेरे या मेरे या, चन्ना मेरे या मेरे या, चन्ना मेरे या मेरे या भैया.
We hope that you are having a good time. Today we have with us Mr. Vamshi, who is apart from being engaged in his academics field, being doing and pursuing engineering from Triple IT Pune, is also the one of the lead in the content team of India's biggest Instagram content page, that is the Scribbled Stories. So welcome Vamshi for the same, and we hope that our audience will have a great session.
Let's hope that.
Let's start with a formal note from your side then.
Well, okay. Then this is the part where a beard boy, crooked teeth, octagonal specs is gonna speak about life and poems and other things, and you are supposed to listen it because I'm the guest. Well, my name is Vamshi, guys, and I'm definitely a boy because Vamshi sounds. I have throughout my life I have been asked this. Vamshi, you're a boy. Yes, I am a boy. I have been in this body for 20 years right now, and I'm definitely sure of it. It's a boy. Apart from that, I come from a fairly developed city. It's Bhilai, from a fairly terrorized state, Chhattisgarh. Because once again, stereotype, छत्तीसगढ़ से ब्रो नक्सलाइट्स होते. आई एम लाइक हाँ ब्रो बहुत होते हैं. मेरे वॉचमैन भी वही है. आए दिन हम लोग पूछते रहते भाई आज कितने को उड़ाया. ज्यादा नहीं 3. सो अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट लेट्स कीप दैट टू फॉर्मल. उतना ही फॉर्मल है. एंड आई होप लेट्स वी विल बी हैविंग अ गुड सेशन. सो आई गेस दैट्स इनफ फॉर्मल इंट्रो.
What is the motivation to write, and why do you write?
सो आई बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट. मैं कोई भयानक भाषण नहीं दूंगा कि मेरे अंदर पैशन आ गया था एंड आई स्टार्टेड राइटिंग. नो, I started writing out of sheer boredom. Trust me, I took a drop for my JW exams. So in that time period, I got introduced to the worst platform of India, that is Instagram. It is worse because it is getting worse. Social media का पूरा concept change हो गया. It was created for something. It is going through something right now. And then I started reading small posts and all there. And I started writing the same cliche stuff. With time growth happens when you connect to your art. So the purpose of writing ऐसा कुछ नहीं था कि मैं कुछ सोच के चालू किया था. I started it just out of sheer boredom. And then once you get connected to your form of art, things just change. Now coming to motivation. मोटिवेशन के लिए यार ये यहाँ पे राइटिंग के फील्ड के बाहर कोई भी है तो मैं उनको भी कहना चाहूंगा मोटिवेशन जैसा कुछ नहीं होता. मोटिवेशन तुम्हारे जीवन में सबसे मतलब बेवकूफ बनाने वाला वर्ड है. इट्स द बिगेस्ट होक्स. You cannot be literally motivated. I mean, Sandeep Maheshwari comes to you and he speaks for 3 long hours. You feel that rush, that adrenaline rush. अंदर से ऐसे जोश चढ़ जाता है. आत्मा एकदम भयानक हो जाती है कि हाँ मैं दुनिया जीत के आऊंगा ब्रो. आज मेरा दिन है, मेरा खत्म है. But the thing is, if you cannot sustain that, अगले दिन खत्म हो जाएगा. पिताजी पिछले 20 साल से चप्पल मार के उठा रहे हैं हमें. सुबह 5 बजे उठना है, योगा करना है. मेरे टाइम पे हम ये करते थे. सांस से खुल जाती है. सुबह का सनसेट कमाल होता है. बट देन लगता है सुनने में, करने पे जब आते हो इंटरेस्ट खत्म हो जाता है. एक दिन हाँ यार आज 5 है, 5:15 कर लेते, 5:30 कर लेते, 6 कर लेते, 9, 10, 11. मम्मी 12 बजे खाना मिलेगा क्या. तो ये कॉन्सेप्ट चेंज हो जाता है. मोटिवेशन जैसा कुछ नहीं होता है. मैं ये हाँ बुरा मतलब डोंट टेक इट अदरवाइज दैट बाकी जो कर रहे हो उसे बेवकूफ है क्या. नो, इट्स अ पुश बट इट कैन नॉट बी योर की. मोटिवेशन इज व्हाट इन माय टर्म्स what I find motivating is that drives you without your consent. For example, I can talk about writing, I can talk about music, dance वगैरह का मुझे पता नहीं है भाई लोग. So you're going through road and you see a small kid, and I'm totally blank out of ideas. I don't know what to do. So I'm seeing a girl is going or walking away, and suddenly it strikes. She's looking at me. She's smiling back. A stranger is smiling back at you, especially a kid. The innocence of it. That's motivation. That strikes you immediately कि यार अब कुछ करना चाहिए. ये कहानी क्यों नहीं बन जाती? Like just now I made a story. कोई लड़की नहीं थी, कोई जस्ट इमेजिन इट्स द रोड ऑफ बॉम्बे. बॉम्बे की सड़कों पे मॉनसून की मौसम है, बाहर रेडियो पे आओगे जब तुम बज रहा है, तुम चाय के टपरी के बाहर चल रहे हो, बैठे हो, जिंदगी बहुत सुनसान चल रही है, चाय पी रहे हो, बहुत शांत मौसम है, सुबह शाम के 6 बज रहे हैं, बम्बई की सड़कों के भयानक ट्रैफिक, दूर के हॉर्न्स, रेड लाइट चल रहा है और तुम एकदम परेशान, पूरी मतलब तुम्हारा दिमाग खराब चल रहा है, जिंदगी में क्या हो रहा है, एग्जिस्टेंशियल क्राइसिस, द बिगेस्ट वर्ड ऑफ द जनरेशन तुम्हारे दिमाग में दौड़ रहा है. और फिर तुम देखते हो कि उस कोने से, सड़क के उस पास एक छोटी सी लड़की स्कूल फ्रॉक पहने, बैग लेके, छतरी लेके जा रही है, मटकते मटकते, एंड फॉर वन ब्रीफ मोमेंट शी लुक्स एट यू एंड गिव्स अ स्मॉल स्माइल, थ्रोज अ स्माइल, दैट्स इट. तुम्हारे हाथ का पार्ले जी चाय में डूब गया उसको देखते देखते. तुम्हारी चाय ठंडी हो रही है पर तुम उसे देख रहे हो. वो मोटिवेशन है, वो तुम्हारी कहानी है. मोटिवेशन तुम्हारे आसपास है, लोगों में नहीं है, लोगों से मोटिवेशन है. रिमेंबर दिस. ऑफ कोर्स यू नीड नॉट रिमेंबर दिस. मैं बोल रहा हूँ तो मैं कोई भगवान नहीं हो गया, मैं भी मोटिवेट नहीं कर रहा हूँ तुम्हें. आई एम जस्ट टेलिंग यू हाउ आई टेक थिंग्स, राइट? सो मोटिवेशन इज अराउंड यू, इट्स नॉट इन पीपल, इट्स विद पीपल. एवरीथिंग इज मोटिवेटिंग. तुम किसी भी चीज से किसी भी चीज को बना सकते हो. लोग पत्थर से हीरा बना दे रहे हैं, तुम तो आर्टिस्ट हो यार. I have seen people creating songs out of wailing effects of people cry. You know, I have seen this in live कि कोई रो रहा था, उस रोने की ट्यून से बंदे ने गाना बना दिया. That is motivation for me.
Right, amazing, yeah, amazing. So, what's your day like? Means, you said that it doesn't writing doesn't come as a motivation. Even the music that you work on doesn't come as a motivation. That we have to preserve it, and we have to do it even on the days that we don't feel like it.
Definitely.
So, how's your day like?
See, I am professionally in this field right now from last few months. And, constant emails, people come, film scripts come for scrutiny. I write for short films, ads. So when this happens, like you cannot sit back and tell the producer कि यार नहीं सर आज नहीं लिखता, आज मन नहीं हो रहा है, नहीं सर आज वो बाहर बारिश नहीं हो रही है तो मेरा मूड नहीं जाग रहा. ये नहीं हो सकता. When once you are into your form, you have to push harder than your limits. The best part of art is, what I like is hustle. You cannot stop one day. Of course, you can take a break, you can sit back and breathe and enjoy the world. But one day you have to come back. Why run? Fight for it. Whether it's studies, whether it's about art, whether it's about some competition, technical, practical, koi bhi field mein le lo. You have to persevere. So my day is like from morning to afternoon, the college goes on. The old same boring lectures. मैं कोई कमाल नहीं हूँ कि मैं I'm not a prodigy to feel like हाँ ये lecture कमाल है, but fine, I sit through it. My mails are unveiled. Then the Scribble. How many of you are Scribble? Like I know 44 million followers right now, but still I don't know. खैर जो भी है. So we are given briefs. We have to write on this, or companies come. We have to write on this, and that's where the struggle begins. You sit in front of your laptop. You hit your head. Like what comes naturally is easier. मैं अभी कुछ देख रहा हूँ, मुझे आसानी से आ गया तो मैं वो लिख दूंगा, लेकिन मुझे बोला गया कि ये सीन है, ये ऐसा, ये लिखना है. और कंपनीज कम फॉर देयर एड सॉन्ग्स. जैसे रिसेंटली अ फर्म केम, इट्स अ लाइफ इंश्योरेंस फर्म, very small one, and they gave me a song. They want a song with very weird lyrics, and initially they said a song. I'm like, okay, हाँ हो जाएगा. And then they provided their demands. It should be like this and this and this. I'm like, इसको stand-up comedy नहीं बोलते. हाँ, इसे stand-up comedy नहीं बोलते, इसे गाना बोलते हो आप. But you have to go through it. You have to push harder. So my day goes through like this. Apart from that, I'm a very avid gamer, not a reader. If anyone's expected, I would say avid reader. No, मैं बहुत खेलता हूँ. I enjoy PC games. No PUBG, sorry. Uh, and apart from that, I also watch movies, not for fun and entertainment, but for my own selfish reasons. And the day ends with my family and assignments of college. Of course, we will keep that the practical part of it out of the zone. वो एक दिन पहले deadline के पहले ही खत्म होता है किसी का भी. I cannot change that. And by night we hit the bed. That's it.
All right. Coming to this question, you said about artist and artist को platform मिलने का. This is a question. Do you think Instagram as a platform? क्योंकि अभी हम देखते हैं कि Instagram means people are slowly means getting onto that sphere where people are becoming influencers. And जो भी उनका art form है, they are promoting. Do you think Instagram as a platform has helped to get these people on a center stage, or to get them a following, or to get them means like or to showcase their art to the people in general? Or was it better अगर Instagram नहीं होता, could it have been better?
This is a very hypothetical question, to be honest. Like, if you went back a few years ago, when the Scribbled stories was started, Instagram of at least 3 years back, the algorithm promoted people. Instagram is now only market centric and business centric. It is no longer a social media platform, according to me. It is just a page. It's a platform to promote products.
Right.
At one time, Instagram was the best place to promote artists.
Right.
Even recently, before lockdown, we had Yashraj Mukhate. If people remember the Kokila Ben meme, right? He has been there around for 3 years. He's a very close friend of mine. We have been talking for a long time, and I have been following him when he had like 8,000 followers. After 2 years, and something happened overnight, and then people started following him. It is still a place to get, the kind of stardom you deserve or the response you deserve, but it has lost its ability, to be honest. And the reason is not people this time. Like, people to जनता ही रहेगी, जो चमकेगा वही उनके सामने आएगा. But the platform itself has gone way too centric, business centric.
The platform that started as a means to share your pictures or
photographs.
To share,
it was a photo editing tool, in fact.
Right. That
Many
is
people
now
don't do that.
Integrating book now wala feature. Just you are opening a shop, like
Exactly.
keep a book now, keep a video conferencing, just business centric.
Yes.
All right.
So it's no longer a place to truly justify your art, according to me.
Right. So I was even searching a question. These are all out of my head. So we will just have a few more questions, and then we are halfway down, or almost more than halfway down to the session. We initially planned it to be half an hour long session, but the kind of interest that we are generating, we are just carrying it forward. So is there any tips that you have for all the people who are established somewhere or the other, or who want to go into this field of writing? So what would be your tips to the people? Means one would be, I think, perseverance, that we have to write every day. Would there be any other piece of advice that you want to convey?
Okay, देखो यार, सच बोलूं तो I don't find myself capable of giving tips, because SRK has a great line that become rich and then become a philosopher. I honestly believe that you have no rights to speak unless you have succeeded. You have achieved it. तुमने जो पाया नहीं, तुम उसके बारे में बोल नहीं सकते. However, as a dear friend, what I would say to all the artists are, like, writing में कोई just write. There is only one rule of writing: just write. You need not follow any particular format. You need not follow any the technical terms of writing. We have like media stress, we have metaphors, we have onomatopoeia, we have the kind of sound drums. No, ऐसा कुछ जरूरत नहीं है. Take your pen, bring out your paper, diary, the table, goddamn table, just bring it out and scribble it out. There is only one tip of writing: write. Whatever you write bad, you write good, you just write. Same goes for all the artists. सुर नहीं मिल रहा फिर भी गाओ, कभी तो बाहर आएगा. दिमाग नहीं चल रहा फिर भी बनाओ. If you are already established and you want to make a new song, doesn't matter, sit there. जो मन में आ रहा है बजा दो, उल्टा बजाओ, सारे सरगम इधर उधर छेड़ दो. पेंटिंग नहीं बन रही है, रंग फेंक दो ऊपर, सीधा पेज पे ऊपर नीचे स्क्रिबल कर दो, कुछ ना कुछ बन ही जाएगा. There is only one rule of doing anything: just do it. Don't follow any other rule. That's what I'm saying. Discipline, focus, concentration, ये सब बकवास है. मैं एक चीज मानता हूँ, तुम्हें करना है तुम कर लोगे, तुम्हें नहीं करना है तुम नहीं कर पाओगे. अंदर से आ गया बस बात.
I think all these contemporary authors just provide us a better glimpse of our society and as our civilization has grown. Means all these Munshi
Definitely.
Premchand or all these people have a contribution. Do you think means this on a personal note? This I ask with each and everyone because I also like books. I also love books. So there's a question which I like. Do you think that Indian authors do not get that base to work around and that popularity means and the regional literature that is available is slowly diminishing, like the Hindi literature or for that matter any regional literature right now in India is diminishing and we are just going for the foreign authors who are writing like New York Times bestseller.
You know why this happens? Like, let's involve the audience here. We have 45 members. How many of you have heard Channa Mereya, please? We can have the comments section, you know. I bet, right? Yes, we have a yes. Channa Mereya, yes, 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 yes. Me, right. Who is the singer, please? Arijit, of course, the legend. Generation's heartthrob king, heartbreak king. I love him personally, no doubt. He's a legend. Who is the musician? Now comes the interesting part. Preetham, very good, very good, very good. Quick responses slowed down suddenly.
Even I didn't know.
Now the biggest question. Who is the lyricist? Let's see the number of answers. Amitabh Bhattacharya, finally one answer. That too with a question mark. What I wanted to point out is correct. Ayushi Jha, correct, absolutely correct. Amitabh Bhattacharya it is. The brilliant lyrics of Channa Mereya is written by Amitabh Bhattacharya. And if you go back to his time zone, Delhi Belly was a famous movie that had the pop culture hit of DK Bose. The song was written
Just
by him
started
only.
back then.
Yeah, Amitabh Bhattacharya. The point, what I wanted to show here is Indian audience really don't want to go behind the curtains. सिंगर सबको पता होता है, म्यूजिशियन कुछ लोगों को पता होता है, लिरिसिस्ट किसी को पता नहीं होता है. पिक्चर सबको पसंद आती है, हीरो सबको पता होता है, डायरेक्टर कुछ लोगों को पता होता है, राइटर किसी को नहीं पता होता है. जब राइटर स्टोरी लिखेगा ही नहीं तो तुम पिक्चर क्या देख रहे हो? The same goes for books. Indian audience, including myself, we work on the basis of name serving. जो दिखता है भारत में वही बिकता है. चेतन भगत इज एन एस्टैब्लिश्ड नेम, सो चेतन भगत को सब जानते हैं. फॉरेन ऑथर्स न्यूयॉर्क टाइम्स में आते हैं, बहुत हम लोग बढ़ा चढ़ा के. इंडिया में ये भी एक आदत है, लाइक बाहर की चीजों को हम बहुत ज्यादा ब्रांडिंग बताते हैं, लेकिन उनको क्वालिटी है और यहाँ पे आती घट जाती है. वी अंडर एस्टिमेट अवर ओन पीपल. अवर ओन क्यों, हमारे फ्रेंड सर्कल में कोई होगा, अचानक से किसी ने सोचा कि मुझे एक्टर बनना है, सब हंसेंगे. 99% will laugh on him unless he makes it out big. And one day he becomes something like, they will go with the comparison. हाँ तू ऋतिक है क्या, हाँ तू आयुष्मान खुराना है क्या, शक्ल देखी है अपनी. And one day he makes it out big, he gets a big stardom, he goes name and like हमें तो बचपन में पर कमाल था. And he will be compared with the next guy like तू ये लड़का है क्या, वो तो बन गया, उसकी किस्मत कोई. Now we come back with वो भी तो बन गया, सचिन तो था, विराट कोहली तो था. They will like वो एक ही होता है. हर कोई यही सोचेगा कि वो एक ही होता है, तो तुम कब बनोगे यार? इंडिया में प्रॉब्लम ये है कि ऑडियंस, वी आर सो कीन एट क्रिटिसाइजिंग, वी आर नॉट इन्वॉल्व्ड इन गिविंग इम्प्रूवमेंट. वी डोंट वांट टू ब्रिंग व्हाट्स गुड, वी वांट टू ऑलवेज ड्रैग डाउन व्हाट्स बैड. सड़क 2 का आप एग्जांपल ले सकते हो. हर किसी को सड़क 2 देख के डिसलाइक देके उसको नीचे लाना था.
जब वो टॉप पे रैंक करा,
हाँ,
मोस्ट डिसलाइक्ड वीडियो.
एग्जैक्टली. लेकिन जब एक नई पिक्चर आई, जैसे हाफिज एक बहुत अच्छी पिक्चर थी, कुणाल खेमू की एक पिक्चर आई थी, आई फॉरगॉट द नेम, इट वाज लूट केस. उसको किसी ने आगे नहीं बढ़ा. इन द नेम ऑफ नॉन नेपोटिज्म वी नीड टू प्रमोट गुड फिल्म्स. कारवां एक पिक्चर थी, कारवां इज अ वेरी ब्यूटीफुल फिल्म. आई डोंट नो हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू हैव हर्ड इट. इट्स ऑफ इरफान खान, द लेजेंड.
I have to note this down then. Karwa.
Karwa is a very beautiful film. Irfan Khan, the legend that passed out last year, he passed away. I'm sorry. We lost a great man. किसी ने बढ़ावा नहीं दिया. So इंडिया में आर्टिस्ट नहीं चलते, उसका रीजन है क्योंकि जनता नया कुछ एक्सेप्ट करना ही नहीं चाहती. रातों रात जो सडन स्टारडम में आता है ना, वही हमारा भगवान होता है. आम इंसान भगवान नहीं होता. If Hrithik Roshan comes and says the same dialogue, what I'm saying, it would go on like national news, like, come on, wow, Hrithik is so wisdom, he spoke such honesty, he supports non-nepotism, ये वो. लेकिन यहाँ वी वंशी बोल रहा है. यहाँ 48 लोग सुन रहे हैं, उतने कितने लोग सुन रहे हैं मुझे वो भी नहीं पता है. आधे लीव कर रहे, आधे ज्वाइन कर रहे, लाइक हाँ कोई ये बोल रहा है, कुछ ही होता है. यही आयुष्मान खुराना भी बोल रहा होता तो. We are not ready to give chances. That's the problem of our nation, not our nation, our people. तुम बुरे को नीचे ला रहे हो तो अच्छे को आगे भी लेके जाओ. अगर क्रिटिसिज्म कोई डिजर्व कर रहा है, तो कोई प्रमोशन भी डिजर्व करता है, उसको आगे दो.
So means the writing started as a sudden gush of motivation, then it went to become means a perseverance, and then it became a hobby, and then it's like a part of which we feel as connected. It's a form of expression, I believe. That
It is.
means, yeah. So how do you feel means your writings or your excerpts are being published on Instagram? Many people, thousands of people read that. How do you feel? They must give you some compliments. Sometimes they must criticize your writings even. And I think that is the part and parcel of this thing. So how do you take these things?
You see, this I would give as a suggestion. It's a free suggestion. People who are interested can take it or leave it. हर फील्ड वालों के लिए, again, I'm speaking generally. Like, don't consider me as a writer or as a poet. Consider me as an artist. I don't differentiate between art forms. If I don't understand a particular art form, talk to me about it. I will listen. But don't call me this is different, this is different. No, art is art. So as an artist, I would say criticism and compliments. You should not take both of them. ना किसी की तारीफ तुम सुनो, ना किसी का तुम्हारे जो अगेंस्ट क्या कहते हैं मजाक जो हो रहा है उसको मत सुनो. दोनों ही नहीं. कोई तुम्हारी निंदा कर रहा है, सुनो. कोई तुम्हारी तारीफ कर रहा है, सुनो. टेक नन ऑफ इट टू योर हेड और हार्ट.